What are some of the ways, do you have some examples of how you've really worked behind the scenes for the seller's best interests?
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely feel that regardless of what their hardship is, everybody's hardship is unique. And the fact that they are in a property that's worth more than, or that is worth less than what they owe, is a hardship in itself, in our opinion. And so we feel that it's most important to find the best way to execute a short sale with the seller not owing anything, with the least amount of damage to their credit, so that they have the best possible chances of getting back out on the market and owning a home again in the future.
That's good. Do you have any specific examples of what you've done? Like maybe you've gotten an approval in a certain way and then that you've negotiated something differently?
Sure, yeah. I mean, a lot of cases we'll get approvals where they're willing to take the deal as it is, but they're not willing to release the deficiency judgment, the deficiency balance.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, if it's first mortgages, we just need to remind them what state we're in. Again, they're supposed to follow state law, state foreclosure law, with respect on how they treat deficiency judgments. And we're in a situation where, in Oregon, they can't get deficiency judgments if it's a non-judicial foreclosure.
Right.
And so basically, that's why 100% of every short sale we've ever completed resulted in debt forgiveness on the first loan. There have been some people who have challenged whether or not that's a true statement. But again, every short sale that's come across our table that was a first mortgage, residential, where there was going to be a non-judicial foreclosure, all of them resulted in debt forgiveness. And so there's some consistency there. Whether they believe it's true or not, we're getting those results. Mm-hmm. And if we were not presented with those results, we would find those results one way or another. An example. We were told, I was teaching a short sale seminar class at a title company, and I had explained exactly what I just said, that the foreclosure, based on the foreclosure law, that's how the short sales have to do their deal with deficiencies. Recently, the Oregon foreclosure law changed in February, and it states that if the first mortgage is foreclosing and the second was used for purchase money and it was affiliated with the first mortgage, then they would get wiped out. They would not have any recourse. They could not come after the difference. The second. In this case, I had someone raise my hand and say that they know that not to be true. And they explained that they were right in the middle of a short sale, both loans with Wells Fargo, it was purchase money, and the reason why they haven't closed is because the second mortgage said, we'll take the amount that the first is giving us, but you're going to owe the difference. And they actually confirmed it with a phone call from the negotiator to the seller saying, I want you to be absolutely understood that you're going to owe this afterwards. Well, I issued a challenge and said, email me that approval letter and we'll see what we can do. And so I did. They later emailed me the approval letter, and we pulled a copy of the House bill that changed the foreclosure law recently, and we got letter of authorization in, and we started negotiating with the same negotiator that was dealing with the second mortgage. And she started to say the exact same thing. I've heard other people contradict my view on this, and basically say, well, that's foreclosure. This is a short sale. It's not how we have to deal with it. So just so happened to be we had connections with this particular bank, and so we were able to take the House bill along with we had an attorney write it in layman's terms what the House bill meant, so that they could see that this is clearly the change in the foreclosure law. We sent a copy of the hardship, or the approval letter for the second, and explained that we believe that this is how your policy works, and we expect this short sale to be approved with debt forgiveness. And we had that letter within 48 hours.
So the real estate agent was at a dead end with this thing. They'd given up. They were not getting debt forgiveness. You were able to get debt forgiveness for that same homeowner through your negotiating with the bank.
Yeah. Literally by flexing what we believe to be the principle in which the banks are required to forgive debt in the result of a short sale.